Hello everyone, welcome back. First of all, apologies, this is a very late June tour, so I won't waste time. Let's get straight to it. I'm starting today at my shady end. The sun is just coming out. We've had particularly high temperatures here in the southeast of England, and the plants are suffering quite a bit, and this is just a sign of the times really, that the climate's getting warmer, so we're all adjusting. So this is my shady spot. It is where I keep all my hostas. I've got quite a few different variations of hostas. Beautiful arrangement, I think. Try really hard to make sure that before I set things up, I make sure there's no slugs hiding underneath pots, no small eggs, for example, and then every so often I do little spot checks. So far everything looks okay, just a few little bits of nibbles. So let's just have a closer look. I've got some begonias mixed in here, some calla lilies. This particular one has the variegated leaf. I have plain ones in this corner here. I haven't done any tidying up yet, so what I thought I might do is show you what it looks like now. I haven't, for example, removed any of the spent flowers, and then I'll do a little tidy up and try and put the video together with maybe early June, mid-June sort of time, and then now, which we're at the end of June, and then a small tidy up at the end. Maybe that would be quite nice to have a look at. This hydrangea here is a recent purchase. It's a lace cap. I love these slightly bigger petals. I do have another hydrangea lace cap, but it's smaller petals. This one is kept this colour. I use ericaceous soil in order to do that. Looking beautiful. Some more begonias in here. I have some Boston ferns as well. Now these usually live inside the house over the colder months, and then they come out in the summer. It's almost so. In between the two calla lilies I have a Brunnera sea heart. It's still in its pot. I've just put it in a larger pot so that it can sustain over the summer. Another hydrangea here. I find it really difficult to keep hydrangeas white. Inevitably they always turn pink, unless obviously I put ericaceous soil and then it goes a blue colour. So I'm going to experiment with this one and see what works best to try and keep the white colour. I have at the back banana here. Again, that comes in the winter. I have lots of phlox here, which has yet to flower, but that's coming soon. Some indoor plants here. I'll put the name of that. I keep forgetting the name, but I will put the name up again during the winter and out in the summer. So lots of beautiful things, lots of ferns here. This one is really a lovely fern. Let me just get there we are. I try really hard to pronounce the Latin name, but I won't. But it's the Japanese painted fern. There we are. So I also have elephant ear here, again in a pot. I'll probably have to top this up because you can just about see the bulb there. So I will top that up. Lots of new growth. Again, this spent its time in the house over winter. Lots of cannas. I think this one is an orange colour. I have ginger here. Now last year didn't give me any flowers, so I'm hopeful for this year. And again, some Musa Basu, a banana plant there, and a black canna lily. I can't remember the the name again. I'll try and get that up. Also here I have a Hauterinia. I'll put the name up. I had planted this in the border, and then luckily I did see somebody's video to say that these do run rampant in some areas, so I dug it back up and put it back in the pot, and at the same time a small piece of a fern, a shuttlecock fern, has appeared alongside it. That looks very nice. I do love the colour. Again, so the overall effect in this corner is lots of green, lots of shades of green, and splashes of different colours here. Also, just to point out, on the fence line I've got some fuchsias, some lobelia and so on. Again, that's looking lovely. So when we come out of this shady area here at the back, I now have my west wall, so this is facing the west. Again, looking really lovely. I've brought out my succulents from inside the house. Again, they're on a little holiday out here. I have a lovely Anseti in a pot. Again, this comes in over the winter, doing really well, seems quite happy. My fuchsia here is coming out beautifully. No flowers to show you yet. I have some Amnestad, so Salvia Amnestad. And again, everything is waiting to spring out, so not much in the way of flowers yet, but this is this transition stage between the sort of late or early summer to high summer. So moving along, so this section here is underneath cherry blossom, and so it does get a little bit of protection from the sun in the afternoon. So the flowers are a little bit later to come on this side, bar the Phyllictrum, which has now finished, the Alba and the purple one here. Those are finished some time ago. But as you pan across, this bit here is always in the sun. So the flowers here have come out. So I have Salvia Amnestad here, which is in flower. Now this lily here I never planted. Those of you who have joined me before, I have lots of sort of pastel frothy colours with splashes of purple, so I would never have planted an orange flower. So this comes up year after year, so there's some at the back as well, and you know what, if somehow it got into the garden, I don't mind really. It's short-lived. It's quite pleasant to see every year it comes out. So right place, right plant. So it's quite pretty. Now I have not tidied up my roses. I had a beautiful flush of roses, so all of those need deadheading now to encourage some new growth and new blooms, which I should get. Last year wasn't very good, but the previous year was lovely display. So I'll deadhead all of these. My very favourite phlox is coming out, and again, I've mentioned this in previous videos. I could split it and dot it around the garden, but I can't bring myself to do it because it's such a big, beautiful display when it all comes out. Another phlox. This is a different type here. My cornflower here is just about to come out. It's Echinacea purpurea, that one. My tall or black towers, this one here, has gone over now. But there you go, that's what it was all the way up, has now finished. It is so beautiful. Again, another Echinacea here coming out. The penstemon had a beautiful display all around, still doing well. Have a Salvia Bampton that's just come out. This is new this year for me, and I've got a matching one on the other side of this bed. So all this needs a good tidy up. I of course have the gladioli and everything is now finished. So there's the other Bampton on the other side. Now this is a bunny tail or cottontail. Let me find the ticket. Can't wait for these to come out. It's pink and frothy. It is, there's the name. Ooh. And it's bunny, I think it's called bunny tails. So that will look really beautiful. So now we come on to all my dahlias. So last year I planted my dahlias in normal compost, fed them maybe halfway through the summer and left them. So I've seen a mixture of videos that some say yes, put well rotted manure. Others say don't. The manure is going to just create lots of green and not many flowers. It's a bit early to tell, but I do have flowers. A lot of buds are coming out, but I think I had more last time. So I'll see what happens. But again, this side is really suffering from the amount of sun and heat we've been having. So I have the Salvia dark purple here, just to give it a bit of colour. It's quite nice keeping things in pots because again I can swap that out with something else and then plant this in the bed. But again, this is quite tender for me, so it will stay in its pot over winter, and I'll try and take some cuttings just as an insurance policy. The calla lilies here, the Xanthidesia, has yet to flower for me. It's not looking great. Last year there was a lot more leaf and bloom, so interesting. See how this shapes up this year. So here I have the ruby Annabelle. This was a impulse purchase as it was on a special sale, looking really worse for wear. I cut it right back and it's doing really well. This dahlia is called Star's Favourite, really pretty, new for this year, doing well. And again, Star's Favourite. So if you've joined me before, I did get quite a few of these all mixed up, and now that they've come out, I know they're not what it says on the label. I'm sure this is a Dahlia St Martin, but no label, so I'll have to find out what that one is. This one has the wrong label as well. Need to find out what that one is too. It says rhubarb and custard. I know it isn't, because rhubarb and custard last year was one of my favourites, and that's not it. I think that's a dad's favourite, which has gone over now. But again, it's a random tuber in the wrong pot. All of these have yet to flower. Oh no, there's one. Need to find out what that one is. Okay, so this bed, mostly everything has bloomed and is now looking for a little bit of a tidy up. So this afternoon, that's what I'm going to be doing. This phlox, I think it's One-Eyed Susan, or I've lost the label for that one. I may try and find the label. Again, my rose at the back needs deadheading. All of these need deadheading. I may have some footage of what the roses look like. I'll try and put that on the video. Now this bit, I'm really happy with this bit. So these are seeded dahlias. So I grew these from seed. And they are like in a surprise packet. It just said pink dahlia. So I have planted each, and you can see that this one, for example, is different from this one. So it's going to be really nice surprise. They are doing amazingly well. I am just over the moon with these. It just goes to show you can just pop a seed in, something will come up, and it's a nice surprise. I'm going to keep putting these in bigger pots because I'm interested to see if I can keep the tubers over winter so that I can use them again next year. I have some zinnia again from seed, just a couple here, and I have some cleome here again from seed. They need to be potted on. Oh dear, lost that one. It's just been hot, really needs good water. I'm going to pot these into similar sized pots to these, and then I'm going to leave them in the beds in pots and collect the seeds then for next year. There's no point in putting them in the soil because they're an annual here. So again, all of this needs a bit of a tidy up. I'll try and collect some seeds from the foxglove, salvia at the back, and lots of side shoots that look perfect for cuttings. Okay, if we stop here a moment. So again, this is the west facing area, but because I have a lot of cover here with the wisteria and the acer, it is quite protected and sheltered. So I have a hydrangea which does get some sun but not too much. Another beautiful lace cap type. Calla lily, again, I need to clean all this up. All the poppies have now finished. I'm going to pull some of these up because I don't want them seeding here, and I will collect some of the seeds for next year. Lots of things to do. So I'm now at the back of the garden. So this is south facing, but again, because there is trees all above, it does get a little bit of shade in this section. There is a chestnut tree in my neighbour's garden, and these keep falling down. So again, I need to tidy all this up. I have some cuttings of lace cap hydrangea here. Again, my rose has finished. I have lots of begonias here, Florence, and I can't recall the name of that one. I'll try and find it. Really beautiful clematis. My hanging basket, again, things are suffering really. I may have to move this because fuchsias don't typically do amazingly well in full sun all day, so you have to keep watering them, so I'll think on that. I've just planted all these herbs in little pots. I've got some mint, some thyme, tarragon, all sorts of little things. Tomatoes, so I do have an allotment, but I wanted to keep some of these at home just for convenience to pick a tomato to eat. Doing really well. So some Astrantia here. Just a few cosmos this year. I didn't do so many. Phlox is coming out here, and the back is a very tall phlox, white phlox with sort of paniculata type flowers. Really, really beautiful. My hanging baskets are holding on in there again because of the heat. It's been touch and go, they needed lots of watering. This one in particular, because it's more in the sun than that one. In the afternoon it does get a little bit of shade. Again, all my roses need deadheading. Lots of snapdragons. Again, these were from seeds, really doing well. And then this one here, because that came from a packet pink, and this was a mixed packet. So I've got some orange, again, not the colour I would have chosen, but really pretty. So typically I grow all my dahlias in the pots. So this year I have put some in the ground. I must say I'm not overly impressed so far. These have been really good. This one was from seed last year, survived through the winter, because when you plant a seed then it turns into a tuber and then you can store them. So it was just one tuber, so it's not too bad and not too much slug damage. Again, just behind the dahlia is another Astrantia. It's a white one. The Cosmos, my Annabelle at the back here, the hydrangea Annabelle's yet to flower. Everything is very strange this year. Again, this one was from seed last year. Unusual burnt orangey red colour. Hey, sometimes you get surprises. At the back, I did put a fern at the back. I'm going to have to, in the autumn, dig it up. I don't think it's happy there. This area here, I have trouble with foxes, and this is their entry and exit point. So I'm going to have to think about what to do here. This hydrangea I'm ever so pleased with. So this was grown from a cutting. So it's probably about 2 years old. I had it in a pot, now I've put it in the ground and it's really thriving. But I love the fact it's one plant with different shades of pink. Really lovely. I have an Astilbe here. It's a Shogun. I'm hoping it does give me a flower like the back Astilbe here. It's a different one. Because I don't know what colour the blooms will be, so it's going to be fun to see. I think it should be pink. And then I have another one here, and again the same hydrangea from cuttings, so that's one, and then another one here. Lovely. Lots of ferns. So you do get, it's about midday now, so I do get some sun in this side here, this east wall, but then it goes into shade slowly. So because of the heat, it scorched these leaves of the little acers that I have growing here. I'm not too worried because it will spring back. I need to put it in a larger pot, I think, but it's quite upsetting that it's burnt or singed. So next year I'm going to move these much further back into the shade. So another hydrangea here. This one's in a pot. Again, I can move this around accordingly, and I may get some more in pots just to maybe dot them around here. Because of the roots of the tree, it'd be impossible to put larger plants in here. So most of these ferns, when I did plant them in, were quite small. And of course they've taken up really lovely, but you wouldn't be able to plant big plants here because of the tree roots. Again, all the ferns doing well. Shuttlecock ferns here. So the nasturtium seeds, again, so easy. If you collect the seeds once the flowers have finished, collect the seeds, just throw them in. Honestly, they're just the most easiest thing to do. You can eat the flowers, they're edible, the leaves are edible, really lovely, and it's just a bit of splash of colour really. Okay, last but not least, the last raised bed right next to the deck. Again, in the winter, this is totally in the shade, so most of these will die back over winter and then spring back up in the summer once the sun has hit this bit and it all starts to warm up. So I have a small cutting of a Brunnera here, some lovely ferns. Again, this dahlia, I don't have the heart to throw anything out. I didn't know what colour it was going to be. It's yellow, not the colour I would have chosen, but next year I may put it in the front garden, which is typically what happens at my house. If the plant colour doesn't look the way I want it at the back, I've got so many colours at the front of the house, it's actually quite nice. So that will probably go in the front garden. So this is new this year. I'm hoping it will be okay. What's the name? So it's White Fluffy Flowers, August to September, so it's still early. So it's purple green foliage, attractive to wildlife, and it grows 120 centimetres. Really nice. What attracted me was the colour, this lovely purple colour. It just brings a little bit of something different, the green and the sort of dark foliage, which is what it looks like here. Just a few zinnias. This one keeps falling down, it's grown at a funny angle, just for some sunny, some lovely colour. And here again I have placed this plant. So this was somewhere else in the garden. I typically move things around until I find its happy spot. This one never ever bloomed for me because it was in too much shade, so I've moved it into semi sort of shady area, and it is called, and again this is a beautiful colour, here, and that's what it should look like. Hillside Black Beauty. I'm hopeful that it will give me some flowers this year. And again, lovely fern. So I'm now going to do a big tidy up of the garden, and I may then just show you it at the end once I've cut back some bits and pieces, especially at the back, because it does look particularly well, not very pleasant really, because everything's going over. So I'll probably cut this back, take the foxgloves out as well, and this one was absolutely amazing, and I'm not sure if it will give me another flush, so I may just cut it right down and see what happens. So that's the hopefully before and after. Hopefully I'll get round to doing it. It's always just busy time and quick gardening, but it can be done. You too can maintain this. You just have to be committed to spending a little bit of time outside.